Hi, this is Abid Kazmi for Desi TV USA, and here are the major headlines.
To be with you. Here I go. For our very last trip as Vice President and Second Lady of the United States.
Second Lady Karen Pence choked back her tears as she addressed US troops at Fort Drum, New York, saying it was the last trip for her and her husband, Vice President Mike Pence, as his term draws to a close. "It is such an honor to be with you here," she said. The boss, President Donald Trump, does not. Trump, despite pledging to work towards a smooth transfer of power, has not yet contacted President-elect Joe Biden or acknowledged that Biden has won the November elections. Trump spent the weeks since the November election questioning its integrity and claiming falsely that he won. Pence certified Biden and Harris' electoral win in Congress last week after Trump supporters stormed the Capitol in an attempt to stop the process. Pence faced strong pressure from the president to intervene in an attempt to throw the election in Trump's way. The president is expected to leave the White House on Wednesday morning and fly to Florida. Britain's tightened border controls came into effect on Monday morning to prevent new strains of COVID-19 coming into the country. The new measures include the suspension of all the travel corridor arrangements. Now all passengers must have a recent negative coronavirus test and transfer immediately into isolation upon arrival. The isolation period lasts for 10 days unless the passenger tests negative after 5 days. Britain has banned arrivals from South America, Portugal and some other countries over fears about a strain of the virus detected in Brazil. Britain has already felt the effects of mutations in the virus firsthand. Yusuf Abu Amira, a Palestinian disabled man, never let his disabilities hold him back. Born without legs and with only partially developed arms, he has taken up a new challenge: karate. The 24-year-old orange belt showed his stick fighting skills as he trained with his coach at Gaza's Al Marshal Club for Martial Arts. His mastery of the stick helps him make up for his missing limbs, and he has learned how to deliver strong punches and fend off attacks with his body and arms. Coach Hassan Al-Rahi said his pupil showed particular determination. "I was surprised that Yusuf has different skills and can do things better than people with fewer disabilities could do." A resident of Gaza's beach refuge camp, Abu Amira travels along city streets in a motorized mobility scooter. He also graduated from the Islamic University of Gaza's College of Sharia and Law last year. Russian opposition leader called a court hearing to which he was taken on Monday the highest degree of lawlessness. Western nations have urged Russia to immediately free Navalny, who was detained late on Sunday at a Moscow airport after flying home from Germany, for the first time since he was poisoned last summer. Navalny made the comments in a video posted on Twitter by his spokeswoman. German midfielder Mesut Ozil described his move to Fenerbahce as a dream come true as he touched down in Istanbul to sign contract with the Turkish club. In an interview given to the club's official television, Fenerbahce TV, Ozil said he has been a Fenerbahce supporter and couldn't wait to pull on the club's shirt. Ozil ended his Premier League contract with Arsenal 6 months before it expired in order to seal a move. But before he can play, he has to complete a mandatory quarantine. Some schools in Pakistan began reopening on Monday after being closed for nearly 2 months. Classes 9 to 12 resumed on Monday, with primary schools set to reopen on 25th January and universities and colleges on 1st February. According to a special advisor to the Prime Minister Imran Khan on health, the government decided to reopen the schools after noticing a decline in the infection rate. The government closed all schools in late November last year after the country was hit by the second wave of the coronavirus. Pakistan has dedicated a central working task force to monitor the COVID-19 situation in the country. Thanks to the coordination of this task force, the South Asian country of 22 million has till now managed to keep the COVID-19 infections under control. Thank you for watching. For more news and updates, please click on our link tree.